Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom. And another quote that I really like, you become what you plan. Plan well, plan well. I'm going to use this for the entire month of January. Hey Legacy Builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. In this video, I'm tracking my expenses. Happy New Year once again. We are going to track from the 5th of January through the date I'm recording this video, which is January 9th. So any posted transactions between that time period is what I'm going to talk about, and I'm making a payment today. I have 2 bills due this week that have not come out yet because they're due at the end of this week. So we'll talk about that in the next update. And this is my expense tracker I'm using in my Mind Your Money budget workbook. Let me zoom in. And then we can talk about all of the transactions. When I last updated you guys, I believe I ended here where I had a balance of $402.94. And this charge, I didn't think it posted when we last spoke, but it has since posted on the 6th for $49.14. We were under budget, so I'm excited about that. I had to buy some supplements for my husband it posted on the 7th, okay, and that was from Amazon. It's coming from our wellness fund. It was $18.98. So I need to do some calculations. You may not see my calculator while I'm doing it, but I'm going to add them up anyway. So $402.94 plus $18.98. That equals $421.92. Right? Okay. And then my husband's train card, that hadn't posted the last time I did an update. So on January 6th, it posted, and it's coming from transportation, and that was $40. So when I add 40 to the growing balance, we come to $461.92. I have not done any highlighting yet because I'm just going to wait to see how much we have to pay. Then we have, I bought a Celsius drink from Stop and Shop it posted on January 6th. That was for $2.23. That's coming from Wellness. Kind of fits in that. If you saw my live, I was drinking it during the live for the first time. It was really good. It's an energy drink. I did not crash afterwards. I think it's good. It's no sugar, no added sugar, I think. And then it tasted really good. It did boost my energy without causing me to crash. So B vitamins, really healthy, so that's why it's coming from Wellness instead of groceries, and that was $2.23. So that brings our balance at that time to $464.15. And then I made a payment on January 6th. That was from our very first budget by paycheck in the month of January of $167.71, and that was so I could pay back for the car insurance that posted. So I am going to highlight that actually because it was taken care of. And then also YMCA, that was taken care of. So the only payment I did not make that I would have made in my first paycheck is for PSEG. So I am going to make that payment today. So I bought a salad from Stop and Shop for 8 cents basically because I had like points that I can convert to grocery dollars off. So I used that. I took advantage of every deal I can. And so I only had to pay 8 cents for it. It posted on the 7th of January. So I'm going to fill this in. And that was for 8 cents. Now, at first I need to subtract the $167.71. So that would have brought our balance down to $296.44. And then when we add the 8 cents, that's $296.52. Does your favorite or your local grocery store give you a rewards point system? Basically, if you buy certain items, you collect points, and those points you can convert to dollars. So say every 100 points for this store that I shop in, you get $1 off. So I had enough to get this salad for basically 8 cents, which I thought was pretty good. And then I finished my Stack Your Bills Savings Challenge last week. So I'm really excited about that. So I went to buy myself some gray Timberlands. I didn't get to buy the gray Timberlands because every store I went to, and I went to 5 different stores, did not have, either they didn't have my size, they didn't have it in stock, or they didn't have the color that I wanted. So I ended up going to Clark's and buying some shoes from there. That posted on the 7th, and they feel so lovely. I've never owned a pair of Clark's shoes or boots, what have you, and I love them. I paid $95 for them. Of course, I deposited the cash after so I could pay back the credit card. So when we add $95, we get $391.52. I've already added the cash or deposited the cash into our operating account so I can make this payment today since it has posted. And then since I had money left over, my oldest son needed a book bag, so I went shopping for a book bag for him, and that came up to $45.73. So I didn't even use all of the challenge money, but if you stay tuned to my budget by paycheck reconciliations, then you'll see what I'm doing with that extra $10 that I didn't need to spend. So that posted on the 7th also, and that was $45.73, which brings us to a balance of $437.25. And let's see if that's accurate. Yep, that is our current balance, $437.25. So everything matches up, everything lines up. Let me move this now because I don't need this sticky anymore. And now that we know what our balance is, I'm going to add up how much money we need to pay on the credit card today. All right, I'm not going to be able to pay everything. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay it in full right now because some of it will have to wait until I close out my budget by paycheck. This kombucha is really good. Okay, let me do a quick highlight. Now, I need to see what was budgeted. Our monthly bills are always budgeted. I'm trying to get back into the highlighting method only because it helps me visually to see what was budgeted, what was unbudgeted based on the category. So Celsius, we're also going to pay that back today. That was $223. Okay, so we're going to pay that. We have enough money in wellness to take care of the supplements for my husband and the Celsius drink that I bought for myself. The savings challenge, definitely we can pay that back today. This was budgeted in a sense because I already saved the money in cash, and then I just deposited the cash and used my credit card because I like to get those cashback rewards. Oh, let me add those 95 plus 45.73. Okay, so we're at $211.08 so far that we have to pay back. I have to pay back some money from transportation. I don't know if I have enough to pay for the entire. We have 54 cents in transportation right now, and we have 2 transportation charges. We have a $33 on the 5th, and then we have this $40 on the 6th, and that's $73. We can't afford to pay that, so I'm going to pay the oldest charge, which is this $33, and then with the next paycheck I'll pay this $40 back. We'll have to cash flow that. Again, these are the things that we realize, that we find out when we do an expense tracking, where we're spending money from. This is the category, but if that category is cash poor, we have to cash flow it. We have to pull it from our incoming income instead of a previously saved fund. Okay, so I am going to pay the $33. This is the oldest charge. I want to avoid any interest being charged on that, which I think I'm far away from being charged interest on that. So $33, we'll add that in. Now we're at $244.08. So I'll go ahead and highlight this. We can also pay this 8 cents. That's not a problem, of course. So 8 cents is actually coming from groceries for this week, and this week started on the 8th. This is actually from last week because it posted on the 7th of Saturday, and the week that we're currently in started on the 8th and ends on the 14th. So we still have time to pay for groceries from this week. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to also pay that 8 cents. So I'll highlight it and then I'll add it in. And we're at $244.16. So what is not being paid back today? The batteries from on the 2nd because we started with a negative balance or credit of $397. So the batteries were already paid for. That's why I don't need to pay for that. And that is a budgeted expense because it was coming from household, but we don't need to pull from household right now. The spoons are also they were not a covered expense, but that brought us to $381. So I'll need to pay $3.81. Okay, and that brings us to $247.97. Okay, I don't see any green, which is exciting. Actually, this is green, even though it says it's coming from clothing. It's supposed to come from clothing. I didn't budget for this ahead of time. This is something that happened randomly. So this is something that did not happen randomly, but I didn't have enough money to pay for it with this paycheck. So we have to cash flow both of those expenses. And as I was working it out, if I have to take it from the bills account too, I could always do that. So I could instead of $316 going to next month's bills, I can just subtract the balance that has to be paid back to the credit card from there, which is probably what I'll do to cover this where we were short, because we're already ahead of our bills. I'm just, again, that way where I like the money coming from the specific category, but sometimes you have to pull from other places, and that's okay. It's absolutely fine. That is absolutely okay. So here we go. I am going to make a payment of $247.97. All right. And I need to transfer some money really quickly, and then I'll make the payment and I'll show you on the screen. Wellness has $35.09 right now, and we're going to transfer $21.21 from there. Another thing, so the book bag that I purchased was $45.73. So if we add 95 plus 45.73, that's actually $140.73. I only deposited $140 in through the ATM. Couldn't deposit 73 cents, obviously. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that 73 cents from the cash rewards that we currently have on the credit card, because I can do that. So I'm going to do that also, and then I'll put up a screenshot to show you that I did. So that is a portion of what we're making a payment for today. Okay, so the exact payment that we're making today is $247.24. That's less the 73 cents that I just took from the cash rewards. So if you add that up, you'll see that when you add 73 cents, that comes up to the $247.97 that I talked about. So the actual payment that I'm making is $247.24. And success. Thank you for your payment. Your payment will be on time and covers the minimum due. Your available credit has been updated. So I transferred the money from the various accounts that we have, our wellness, our transportation, and of course household, so that I can make those payments. So now that that's done, I can write in my payment and then also look at how much we have in cash rewards. So $437.25 minus $247.97 equals $189.28 as a balance. Again, I'm learning so much by looking at this. And of course, life is life. Sometimes some things come up where you have to make some purchases and you can't avoid it. I am the type of person where I like to know that we have these different categories, which are actual savings accounts, where we have the money to pay for our necessary household expenses, clothing expenses, transportation expenses, what have you. And that's just how it works well for me to have these separate. So when there's a shortage in any of these accounts, we have to cash flow it, which is fine, except it might take a little bit longer to actually pull the cash to do it. Okay, but we are going to take care of this, and you guys are going to see that in the next updates. I try to be honest here because this is a real life journey, and hopefully there are some people out there who can relate, because you know that life is not always black and white. There are some times where you have to spend where you didn't really have it, but you had to spend it, and that's it. We have $53.13 in our rewards cash right now. And let's take a look at the earn activity. The PSEG bill, right? That was $49.14. That earned us 74 cents in cash rewards. Then we had the $40 transportation card that we didn't pay back yet, but that earned us 60 cents in cash rewards. And then the 8 cents purchase at Stop and Shop, that was no rewards there earned, of course. Clark's, my shoes, $95. I earned $1.43. And then $18.98. That charge from Amazon earned us 28 cents in cash rewards. And then for the book bag at Finish Line, that was $45.73. That earned us 69 cents in cash rewards for a total of $3.74. Not bad. That's how much we earned just by making purchases we needed to in the last week. So I'm excited that we're finally done. I need to highlight this payment in gray because that is coming out. So that is it for this week, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will give it a thumbs up and make sure that you continue to mind your money, you guys. Manage it well and live your lives abundantly. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.